too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And do you guys both study PR as well?
Yeah.
no, I study applied linguistics.
Applied linguistics. Wow,
Yeah.
that's very different.
Yeah, very different. They are all from HR and PR department, while I'm from the very, I would say, strange department
Yeah.
on cross-culture and applied linguistics.
Okay, cool. I guess communication is part of linguistics.
Yeah, so
Use language to communicate.
yeah. Communication is kind of our study field, so we do a lot of communication. That's why I do this class.
Yeah.
And maybe you
Yeah.
can
Sure.
see the interview while we do it.
Mhm.
So, can you first do a brief introduction to the organization
Yep.
and your position in it?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Okay. So Power to Change is a Christian organization.
Yeah.
And we are all around the world.
Mhm.
In most countries in the world, there's Power to Change. We started in the US, and we're in the US. We're called CREW, and that's the name of the worldwide organization. And I guess the purpose of our organization, I should know this off by heart, but let me just think it broadly. I guess we want to. What do we want to do? We want people to be able to experience God and basically share Him with as many people as we can. So I work with at Sydney University, and I'm the team leader of the international student group. Yeah. And I guess Power to Change for international students, we try to think about what are the things that international students need, what are their heart's desires, and how can we show them love. And so we do things like English Corner, we just did, and we do a musical dinner on Tuesday night, and that's a chance where you can find out more about Jesus. They're kind of some of our regular activities.
Yeah, so what's the ideology or the culture of the organization? Do you have an ideology?
What do you mean by ideology?
That
organizational culture, or
a shared belief.
Yeah. So I guess we model our ideology on Jesus' life. So Jesus kind of showed a servant leadership style of running an organization. So in Power to Change, I guess there's lots of different ways that plays out. Everyone in our organization is very equal.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
No matter which generally people all get paid fairly similar amounts, so the top person won't get paid very much more than I would get paid. So it's a very flat organization, and I guess we try to show love to people.
So how did you first know this organization, and how did you actually first join this organization?
So my church did some trips to Cambodia, and they were medical mission trips. So we would send doctors to Cambodia, Jampujai.
You can speak a little.
I can speak a little bit of Chinese.
Wow, great.
Not very much, but a little bit.
Very, very good pronunciation. Jampujai, that's right. And
so my church would do medical missions there, and they would send doctors. And my wife and I, we were accountants, and we were working as accountants, and we... Accountant.
Yes.
And we decided we would take a year off work and we would travel to Cambodia. We're not medical people, so we helped the Power to Change in Cambodia on their universities. So we helped out with their universities there.
so you just find the organization so amazing, and then you joined the...
And then when we came back, so we stayed there for 1 year.
1 year
in Cambodia,
it's a long time, actually.
and then we came back and we joined here.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
when did it happen?
We went in 2012 and 2013 for
1 year.
about just
1
over 1
year.
year. Yeah.
So we just finished the first question.
Yep.
So do you know how many staff you have in your organization? I mean, the Sydney University.
Just Sydney University?
Yeah, just Sydney University.
So at Sydney University we have, let me just count. So 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. So maybe 10?
10.
Yeah.
10 core members, staff, including the international department and the local department.
Yeah, that's right. Both.
How about the volunteers?
Volunteers, there's more volunteers, so that there would be maybe there'll be at least 5, maybe another.
You can give us approximately number.
10 to 15 more
10 to
volunteers.
15 members, volunteers.
Yeah. So there's 10 staff and 10 volunteers.
Yeah. So that includes part-time.
That includes
part-time and full-time folks.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe the staff is probably 30% part-time.
Mm-hmm. And so, do you have your most you think the most successful event you've ever organized?
What is the most successful event?
Yeah, the set one, or the most unique, or the one you liked best.
So I think the one that we did most recently that was fairly successful was the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was there.
You went there? Was that a good event?
Yes, that's good, and I helped you.
Backstage. Yay! Yeah.
I didn't know much about the event. Can you maybe introduce or say something about the event?
Yeah. So we had a Mid-Autumn Festival dinner in the Great Hall at Sydney University, and it cost about $30 to go, and there was 300 people that joined the
300
dinner.
people?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we sold out, so more people wanted to come, but they couldn't come.
Oh my god. So it's an event that held by only your organization, or you work with?
We worked with 3 other organizations.
So it's actually a united organization. Awesome.
And they provided some shows, like magic shows.
There was a magic show.
300! Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
You went there?
She was a student helper, so she had to help deliver the food as a student waiter.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I believe some of my friends also attend the event, but we never know it's an event. I never know it's an event held by you. So that's pretty amazing. 300 people.
Yeah,
oh my god.
That was
that's
pretty big one.
Big event.
Yeah, that's a big event. That was the biggest event that we've done. Yeah.
That's great. So, do you actually try to get feedback from your participants?
Yes, we did. So we had a feedback form after that event. And so it was like a QR code on the screen. We didn't get everyone to fill out the feedback form, so that's one of our improvement points for next time. So
when you get maybe negative feedback, you try to figure out what's wrong and try to correct it.
That's right. So when we plan another event, we will look, when we're planning that event, we look at the feedback from the previous event and we try to fix it next time.
That's cool. And there are different departments in Power to Change.
Yes.
So do you actually move employees frequently, like from the international to the local, from maybe to the Sydney University to the
Macquarie University.
Yeah, Macquarie University, or even from Sydney to maybe another city.
Yeah, that does happen. So we at Sydney University, we have some staff who are leaving at the end of this year, and so we're actually requested some staff from Brisbane to move here. So next year we'll have some Brisbane people moving. So it does happen.
Yeah.
And how do you who makes the call?
Yeah, who make the decision to move your guys? Either maybe a
Higher
department,
level
have a
Yeah,
level.
we do have higher level people. It generally, if someone's moving interstate, then even moving from Macquarie University to Sydney University is quite a long distance between them, and so often the person who sees the need, they'll talk to the so it might be the head of the campus team. He might say, "Oh, we need some more people at Macquarie University or at Sydney University. How would you feel about moving to Sydney?"
So it actually depends on the staff, where the staff live.
That's
if
right.
you live nearby the University of Sydney, then you can maybe ask him whether he wants to join.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So it depends on both. It's like I will present to you the need, and then you can say, yeah, okay, that sounds good. I will change jobs and move to Sydney.
It's pretty equal, a flat organization.
Yeah,
like
you could definitely say no. Like, I don't want to move if you don't want to. Yeah.
Because in most of the organization, they have a pretty hierarchical structure, and if the boss say you must go, then you have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are much equal organization.
Yeah, I think so. There's still, this hierarchy is still there, and if the boss said you must go, then we would have to go. But I think in our organization, we don't want people to go and be unhappy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's already quite a lot of work, so yeah, we generally give people the choice. I think as well in Australia, Australia has a flatter hierarchy. So even when I was working as an accountant, people weren't forced generally to move if they didn't want to. Yeah, they're just given different opportunities. And if they don't want to take it, then offer it to someone else.
That's cool.
Oh, by the way, how do you allocate your work time? When are you in the campus? Like, because yesterday I invited Iris. He told me that she is in campus on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, so Iris is part-time, so she works 2 days a week.
Oh.
So that's the same. Arthur, Iris and Yvonne are all part-time, so they work 2 days a week each.
Oh, how about you?
I am full-time.
Yes. Full-time every
every day you're in campus, or?
Every day I'm on campus, except for Wednesday. I work from home on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday I work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the questionnaire, he just said he take every activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I attend all of it. There's one activity I don't attend, which is English Corner on Fridays.
On Friday?
I
Oh,
don't
yes.
go on Friday.
Yes, that's right. I didn't see you there.
Yeah, I don't go.
So, how do you cope with uncertain situations in activities? Because maybe you will have an activity, but you don't actually know how many people will come.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. So how will you cope with what do with?
Yeah, especially right at the start of the semester, it's very there could be 100 people that go to musical dinner, or there could be 40, and then we have to provide food and things like that. It's very uncertain. So we generally make an estimate of how many people we think will come based on the conversations that we've had and the WeChat discussions. You can kind of guess, and based on our past experience. And then we have some backup plans. So generally we order a little bit more than what we need.
Yeah.
And we also have some backup plans. So maybe if there's too many people, we have a few things, like we have extra snacks like bags of chips. But we also will have, if there's too many people, then Oliver, can you go and order more food from
Plan B.
Plan B.
Yeah.
So we
Always
have
Oliver.
Oliver is the plan B. he won't work out the plan B.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the question 7, how do you raise the profile, or how to promote the group image? Something like that.
Yeah, so there's lots of things. So we use those posters, the A-frame posters on Eastern Avenue. We do different events like English Corner, we had the Mid-Autumn Festival, so different events. For the future, my plan is to use social media more. So Facebook and Instagram, you can do quite specific advertising. You can advertise to people that study at Sydney University who are aged between 18 and 24 or something. And you can also, so I guess to raise the profile of Power to Change, I would like to do some videos on Facebook and Instagram in the future.
Yeah.
And
And so you've already mentioned the structure of Power to Change. You said it's a pretty flat organization, although there's a hierarchy there, but you actually want people to be more equal and to follow their heart. So
that's right. So we have a national director who's the head of the organization, and then we have campus things. We also do things in high schools, and we have GAIN, which is a global aid where we do medical missions to different places. So each one of those things has a director as well. We call it a strategy director, and then beneath him there's I'm a team leader for international students, so I report up to them.
I heard that GAIN is about overseas missionary, right?
Yeah, overseas medical missions generally.
Oh, medical missions.
So you go there and help people who have medical issues. We bring doctors.
So do you have maybe small task groups, like you may have one mid-autumn festival event, then you organize one small group to handle this event?
Yeah.
It's how you work the event.
Yeah, for major events we have a task group. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So do you have any kind of team building activities, like
Staff only?
picnic or something like that?
So next week when university's on break, I'm going to a team leader thing where team leaders from different universities will come together, and we're coming together in Brisbane, and then during that time we have some team building activities between different team leaders, and then amongst the team we also will do some different team activities. Maybe we go to dinner together, or we
That's cool.
How about some regular activities?
Yes. We have team meetings, but that's not really very fun.
Of course, every organization have to have meeting.
Yeah, and we have planning meetings, and we will often or training, different things like that.
Any interesting one? Not the meeting type, actually, maybe.
Just like
nothing.
The welcome party.
Yeah, something like that.
I think probably the biggest thing is that we have an all-staff conference each year.
Oh, all staff? You mean international or national?
Just for Australia.
Australia?
All Australian staff will come together each year, and we all stay in the same. It's a place called Wollongong Leisure Resort this year, so we stay in the same place. And during that time, we usually have social things that we do together.
Communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's probably the main thing. We don't have very many regular things that we do, but that's a good idea. Maybe we should.
Yeah, thank you. So that's all of our interview and questionnaire. So thank you so much for
my pleasure
spending your time. It's our pleasure.